heard you struck my son.
Yes, sir, I did.
Yeah, may I ask why?
Yeah, well, because he stole John Wick's car, sir, and, killed his dog.
Oh.
And now, our feature presentation.
Me lad, Jose, how are you now?
Good, Shag, and you?
Oh, not so bad, my boy. Not so bad. Obviously, that was my horrible
That's
rendition.
pretty good.
Horrible rendition. Oh, sorry to me, Tartis, my boy.
Hey.
No, that was my horrible Irishman impression. I'm sorry for any actual Irish people that listen to this show. Please don't beat my ass.
Do we have Irish person that listen?
I'm pretty sure
We
there
have a
be
consistent download, I think, in Greece. Shout out to you, person in Greece.
Yeah, we fuck with you on that.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably your VPN, or you could actually live in Greece.
Either or, thank you.
Thanks
Either
for
way.
that. Thanks for that. Well, I guess let's get this thing on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Cinema Villains proudly present to you a brand spanking new, fantabulous, splendiferous, shoot 'em or upperist episode of the show. I am your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black, and alongside me is Please Don't Kill My Dog or I Will Bring a Vengeance Down on You have never seen before, Jose.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, please don't kill my dog. I like the animals. I'm a friend to all critters.
Yes, as am I. But we both are cat people, and people still don't even understand this.
Yeah, people are like cats. I'm like, hey, it's okay.
Exactly. It's okay. They're
Cats are cool.
Cats are great.
Yeah,
Cats are great.
they're fun and lovable.
Yes, they are. You don't like cats because they don't like you.
Yeah.
But anywho, if you're wondering why I came up with that weird opening and it's like, hey, I thought this was supposed to be a scary movie.
I lied. No, not really.
I kind of misspoke. I'm not going to say I lied. I misspoke.
We were fully coming in prepared to do scary movies.
We were coming all right.
There you go.
But yeah, go ahead. You were saying.
Oh yeah, we were fully coming in to prepared to do a scary movie, but then some unfortunate news hit us that we weren't ready.
Also, not that news, but I didn't read our schedule right because one of the reasons why we're doing newer movies again this year, at least the ones that make sense to us, is because we want to actually we want to be slaves to the algorithm. So therefore, John Wick 4 is dropping.
Yes.
So therefore, we needed to cover John Wick. Which funny that we even say this because originally it was for us watching newer movies that continue. We were literally going to call it the John Wick rule because John Wick came out in 2014.
That was still our cutoff date.
That was our cutoff date. But then we stupidly said, hey, we were not going to cover any movies after. Any movies came out after that, we weren't going to cover. However, we decided that handicap is not helping us, and it helps our audience because there's newer movies that have great villains in it that we want to cover. But also with John Wick, because there have been great villains in these John Wick movies, and because of the stupid restriction we put on ourselves, we will not be able to cover it. We decided, the reason why we called it a John Wick rule is because originally the rule was going to be, if a movie released around 2014 and newer sequels had came out after that, we would cover it.
Yeah.
And that first movie would have been John Wick, so John Wick would have gotten his own rule.
That's right.
But enough of that.
Enough of that.
We just kind of threw the rule book out the window, and we just went from there.
We said, screw the rules. We got money.
Yep.
Not really, but
dude,
in our mind we do.
Yeah, we are still a poor-ass podcast. So thanks to all of you who actually consider ever giving us buying us a coffee in our coffee link tree. We appreciate you for even doing that,
Yes.
taking the time, spending your own hard-earned money to help us become a better podcast in the future, in the nearest of futures.
The nearest of futures.
We definitely appreciate you, and we love you. Thanks.
We do love you very much.
Thank you so much. True. And obviously, when you actually support the show, we will actually, give you a shout out on the show.
Yeah.
For just out of the kindness of your heart, we want to make sure you get the love and let people know that you are a big fan of us and supporting our show.
Yes, this is true.
Not to even forget the people who actually bought our merch. When we had our Twitters up and everything else, we were tweeting that out and putting people out there. Shout out to all of y'all buying our merch. I promise you our merch isn't dead. We have taken stagnant. We have both been probably bad on that. Just a little bit of house cleaning. We've probably both been bad on that. So we are going to be updating that within the coming months.
Yeah. Hopefully we got some new stuff for you coming up soon.
Yeah, something we can just piddle our crap on.
Yes.
But anywho, yeah. But again, we are going to cover Scary Movie. However, because of how we were within the 2 weeks, and we take our breaks, we take our break and we come back. Like I said, I legitimately made a mistake forgetting that John Wick 4 was coming out this month. At the time of this recording, it is March. It is March 19th.
Yes.
It is March 19th. John Wick comes out this week when this podcast released on March 24th. We decided we were going to cover that because obviously we really want to get help on with the algorithm. We think that helps us in the long term of things. The flip side of that, unfortunately, like Jose said, there was some unfortunate news recently that the passing of the great Lance Riddick, one who I've known him from The Wire as Chase from The Wire. Yeah. And a lot of people know him from fucking Destiny, and I completely
forgot. Good old Commander Zavala. No!
See, you fucking nerds have checked me.
Yeah.
And told me that he was in Destiny. And I'm like, who the? Because I think my cousin hit me up. He says, no, not
Commander Zavala. Yeah,
not Zavala. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then he's just telling me, and I'm like, holy shit! I just played Destiny 1, got halfway through it, and I had a bug in the game, and I stopped playing the fucking franchise. Yeah. So I never fucking remember that. But they showed respect. I knew him from The Wire, and I knew him from like I said, knew him from The Wire. I knew him from John Wick, especially because he'll be in the cast that we'll be revealing later on.
Yeah.
And I also knew him from comedy sketches. Just case in point, if you see it go around, if you check my IG at any point, you may have seen that comedy sketch of him on the Eric Andre show. Yeah. And I was just telling Jose, I remember seeing that episode live, and I swear to I thought it was a fever fucking dream. I was like, this isn't real.
Right.
I don't know what's going on. Why is this man dressed up like old boy from Star Trek, but a slave? I wish I was LeVar Burton. I wish I was LeVar Burton. Eric, motherfucker. It's like, oh, fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all. Warp speed, Rainbow Road, don't read me, ninja. Ah! I said ninja because I'm not going to say the other word because there are obviously other people who listen to our show, and I don't want to alienate them.
That's right. That's hilarious.
But anywho.
And did you ever see when LeVar Burton popped up?
Yes.
He's like, I wish I was Lance Riddick.
Yes.
He came back.
Yes.
That shit was great.
It was the greatest shit ever, man. The Eric Andre show is a weird.
It's a weird show. You gotta
thing. You have to have a certain type of appreciation for comedy, a certain point of comedy for you to even kind of get that show because it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
One thing he's trolling his guest or the guests are in on the joke.
Yeah.
Either way, you're about to come up for a fun time.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite Lance Riddick memory?
Oh man, it's because it's probably between the John Wick movies and Destiny 2. Because Gordian, do this. Like Zavala. I hear you, Zavala. And he was a big fan too. He would read shit. There was I guess when the boss would pull up on you blah 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 blah, and someone put bro, we've literally killed gods. This wear their shit as our armor, and what the hell do you think? And then someone was man, I really wish Lance Riddick would read this in his voice. And then that motherfucker just popped out of nowhere, ask and you shall receive.
I heard he was a really good dude.
Yeah, and he read that whole thing as the Commander Zavala.
Dog, there's
he has that Funny or Die sketch that will fucking tear me up every time, which is where he's the manager, and a toy store,
Uh-huh.
and he's just like, the minute you walk through that door, your ass is mine. It's like, I demand excellence from you. It's like, I want you to go to the restroom. You only have 4 minutes and 59 seconds. He's like, and then I want your ass back out here. And if I see a smear of shit on the toilet, you think about it in his voice. That's why it's like, I will go to your homes and shit in places you cannot imagine. He's like, Toys R Us? Nah. This is Toys R Me, motherfucker. I'll show you it when I finish with this, man. That's probably my favorite one because he's just going off.
Like I said, the Eric Andre skit is probably one of my favorite skits.
Yeah.
But there is another video online recently where it started out, because this is the type of person Lance Riddick is or was. That dude was borderline hilarious.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
His comedic, because he has a face, he has a serious ass face, but then he is like, his comedic timing is amazing.
That's what I'm about to say. His comedic timing is just like perfect.
It's amazing. Like I was saying, like he read out something. He's like, I don't know how long that video was out or when it came out, but he posted something. It was something that was posted saying, "Hey, if I remember him for this," and it was sitting in the chair, and he was saying like, "Hey, so I lost faith in humanity, and I keep losing faith in humanity every day, but it's kindness that I see people, just random acts of kindness that I see people with. And you know, that's why I'm thinking I have hope. So when the aliens come, for everybody, if they see that person is kind, keep them. Yeah. If they're not kind, fuck them."
That's hilarious.
He says, also save my wife. Because, she my wife, and I love her, and I need her. Also, save my kids, because they're nurses, and they're nurses and they're practitioners and shit. And I'm paraphrasing, by the way. He's like, but he did say like they're nurses and they save people all the time, so they're kind. Also, my pets, because my wife would kill me if something happened to our pets. And so he's like, yeah. And it was like the funniest shit. He's like, I'm not done. He's like, I'm not done. And he just kept going. And I'm like, this is the greatest fucking shit ever. Like, and then growing up watching him on The Wire. Now, granted, was he my favorite character on The Wire? No, but he acted his ass off. On The Wire, like 1,000%.
Like a lot of people forget he was from The Wire just because everyone else.
Yeah,
was like
it's so, that shit was so jam packed.
Yeah, it was
full of fucking like actors. Full of actors and shit. But yeah, man, The Wire was just obviously it's top 10 show, but obviously we're just here remembering Lance Riddick.
Yeah.
And his greatness, man. These movies are going to be different without him, because that dude, his character never was killed in any of this. Spoiler alert, his character was never killed. His character was like, and I think his character was going to be the only person that was going to show up in the Continental TV show.
Oh man!
Like, it was him and somebody else, but it was going to be new characters. Like the occasional like character from the John Wick universe would have showed up, but he was going to be like the focal point. That was going to be his TV show.
Man.
So now there's
that sucks.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That shit hurts. That shit hurts, man. That shit hurts.
Like shout out to. We'll get to that movie eventually.
Yeah.
But there was a clip going around of John Wick 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my favorite part is when Lance Riddick got fed the fuck up with those bulletproof dudes. And just went back to the safe room and he's like, armor-piercing round.
Yes, he's like, yes.
It's like, he's like,
yeah, we're definitely.
That motherfucker took off his jacket, like, okay, motherfucker. Like,
that's it. He's like, that's it, and just fucking just But before we move on to the show, it's one thing that we haven't.
We really haven't.
We haven't done this in like a month, obviously due to like an illness or everything else for me. But it's somber and bittersweet that we do this. And respect, peace and love goes to the great Lance Riddick. Claim this glass for the man, and let's get on with the show.
Yep. Well, there we go.
Clanging and banging. Well,
oh my God, that's good. I haven't had it in a minute.
Well,
I'm alive.
I am alive. live.
When there's no more room in hell.
Jose
walks the other hell. What the hell?
And that hell is Austin. But anywho,
boy, dog.
Jose,
Shaggy,
John Wick.
John Wick.
Now, we have talked about this off air about how we feel about this movie. But with another franchise that we've covered, I will also sit here and say this about this movie. There is no bad John Wick movies.
No. They are all bangers.
All bangers.
Yeah.
Banger after banger after banger after banger. And even with this fourth one coming out, apparently that's even the most bangery of bangers. Yeah. Like
everyone's like, this might be the best one. Hold on.
Yeah, that's like, they were like, oh shit. I have not heard one bad thing about this. Anyone who's seen John Wick early have not seen anybody say anything bad about 4. And I'm just like, sweet Jesus, because how can this even get better than like the last 2? And because I really love 2, and then 3 was really good too, and I'm just like, oh my God, I just need more, and now you're giving me more, and I'm kind of like, oh, you know?
It's like, how can 4 get better? Enter Boyka.
Exactly, dog. You're like, it's just, hey, man. Is John Wick one of those, like I just said, but I wanted to ask, is John Wick one of those movie series that is just literally there is not one bad one? Like,
no, yeah, absolutely.
Literally that, like there's no other, and that's rare that you can say that.
Really
we're horror dorks, like 80s horror dorks too, and there are some shits in our franchises that we love that is dog shit.
Yeah, we'll be like, absolutely not. Like, skip this one at all fucking costs.
Utter dog shit. But like, it's rare to say that you have a franchise that actually has like good movie after good movie after good movie. But I remember now, obviously, John Wick came out in 2014. But can you tell me, how did you see John Wick when it came out?
See, so I did not see this in theaters because a lot of people didn't see the first one in theaters. Because, you know, everyone was like, whatever. Because we talked about this in our Speed episode.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves has had 2 renaissances.
Yes.
One with The Matrix.
Yes.
Which, you know, shout out, we'll do that movie eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was this one because, like, right as of this time, Keanu was like, ask Keanu.
Yeah.
He's doing, like, these random little, like, rom-coms. And he'll pop up, like, in The Man of Tai Chi, like a random movie.
Yeah.
You know, so you're just like, okay, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
So by the time you got here, it's like, oh, Keanu Reeves. You look at this movie and you're like, especially through the lens of now, you're like, yo, this would be like a Tubi movie or like something that went straight to Redbox.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, it's Keanu in it, I guess. You know. William Dafoe, that's about the biggest names in the movie. So,
him and fucking Keanu, just like the biggest names.
Yeah, but you see this movie and you're like, holy shit. It like blew me the fuck away. I rented it. No, I didn't even rent it. I just blind bought it on Blu-ray because I heard so much good things. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just buy it. It's out. Let me get the Blu-ray. And I watched it and I was like, holy shit.
Dude, you were way better than me. I remember specifically on what happened to me when this movie came out. Just like you, I did not see it in theaters. Had no fucking idea. I do remember hearing a fucking, like, a while say, hey, Keanu Reeves is back. He's doing an action film. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to fucking watch that.
Yeah.
Fast forward to, 2014. Fast forward to 2015. There's some rumblings, just like you just told me. There was some rumblings about the movie being great. I had just got out of a 10-year relationship with my ex-fiance. You know, I was in therapy, doing like therapy and everything else, kind of trying to hold myself together. And then I remember going to Redbox, and I remember renting 2 movies. One movie I wanted to see, and the other movie was John Wick. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, it's Keanu. Okay, that kind of looks cool. I'm thinking, just like you, I'm thinking it was like a B-rated flick, like B plus movie, something that you just would watch on a streaming service nowadays. Watch on a streaming service or watch on Tubi, or like just something like that. Just like, hey, straight to DVD type shit.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, okay, first movie I watched that I liked, not just John Wick, but the movie that I wanted to watch, I liked. I was like, okay, this was good. And I was like, and, you know, I was drinking, and I was just kind of like, you know, sad. And I popped in John Wick. And obviously, the opening fucked with me. I wanted to eject it, right? Because I was not in a mental state to be fucking sadder than I already am.
Right.
But then the movie kept going. And my God, that was a fucking thrill ride. I needed that shit cured my depression. I was ready to smoke a fucking cigarette like right afterwards because how fucking good that movie was. It had no business being as good as it was because no one fucking suspected Keanu to be doing what he's doing at his fucking big age.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you could have told me Keanu's out here being an assassin and shit. I'm like, man, I kind of seen that shit in The Matrix. Whatever. And I'm not the biggest Matrix guy. So I'm like, all right. And then I watch this and I'm like, I'm not the biggest Matrix guy. But goddamn it, you put John Wick on anything, I'm fucking there.
Yeah.
Like, matter of fact, it got to the point to where, you remember the game Payday? Mm-hmm. Remember Payday 2?
Yeah.
They fucking put his skin in the game. Like, his actual, like, they know him as John Wick.
Yeah.
And you just can walk around with him, no mask. Mm-hmm. Bruh.
Damn.
I bought that so quick.
Yeah.
Like, it was $8. I did not care.
Nice.
Anything John Wick was getting bought. At that point, I was a fan. 1,000% a fucking fan. Like,
oh yeah,
off rip. Like, just to the point to where I even got my stepdad into it. Like, it's a part of my. It's one of the main movies me and him bond, and it sucks because I can't watch the fourth one with him. I took him to see the third one, and we were like, oh my god, right?
Yeah.
I told him I watched the second one, and we watched the second one at his house. And he was like, oh, my God, this movie's fucking amazing. And I'm like, yeah, right? Yeah. And we're trying to get into it. So now, and he don't go to the movies much.
Right.
Like, it's one of those things to where if my mom really wants to go, they'll go. Or if I take him, we'll go. And obviously with me living in Texas and him living in Florida, we don't get to connect like that. So it's one of those things that's kind of like bittersweet for me. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things that me and him can connect on. So John Wick as a franchise means a fuck ton to me. And I am very happy that this shit's keep going on. Like, it just means a lot. And I'm so happy that we get to start with this. And we are getting ready to say, but Shaggy and Jose, this is cinema villains. I love the John Wick series, but the first one arguably has the weakest villain out of all of them. I was like, yeah, you'd be right.
Yeah.
If we were going with that person as the villain, because me personally, the villain of this movie is John Wick himself. Now, Jose's laughing, but I'm telling him it's like John Wick is the villain in this movie because I don't see this movie as an action movie. I see this as a horror movie.
As a slasher?
This bitch is a goddamn this shit is a what's the fucking a paranormal slasher. Why I say paranormal slasher, and just hear me out. You're calling me fucking crazy. You're like, Shag's a fucking idiot. This is a goddamn action movie. What the fuck are you talking about, you crazy black man? Hear me out. Think about horror movies and think about horror movie tropes, right? Forget this is an action movie. Mm-hmm. Someone goes fucking with something that they shouldn't be fucking with, wakes up a plague on earth, and it can't be stopped. You and your family have to do what they need to do to stop that fucking evil. But in all things, you can't.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. At this point, you're only looking to survive. That's literally what John Wick is. Right? Mm-hmm. It's someone who goes fuck with something they absolutely shouldn't, and then he unleashes hell.
Yeah.
Think about how many fucking horror movies we've seen doing this. The fucking Mummy.
Yeah.
Any fucking Evil Dead.
No, yeah, Evil Dead especially.
Like, just think of these movies to where that happens, dude. And then look at John Wick. And John Wick literally is coming for this dude.
They even call him the Boogeyman.
They call him, it's there. This is a goddamn horror movie. This is not granted, this is a horror movie for fucking mobsters.
Yeah.
Especially Russian mob. But this is a goddamn horror movie. You can't tell me otherwise. Now, John Wick 2 through 4, no. That is an action movie. That's an action movie, right?
Yeah.
That is definitely because we have villains in that particular role.
Yeah.
Right? They're all there. Right? They're all there, and it makes sense. But this movie is definitely like John Wick is the bad guy.
So are we doing it? Are we really doing John Wick?
I mean,
because I already got the scores.
Oh, I know. If we're doing John Wick, as the villain in this movie, then I can just tell y'all, no doubt, this dude is a motherfucking clean sweep.
Is he though?
Motive. I'm breaking it now. Motive would be a 5.
Yeah, Motive's a 5.
Motive's a 5.
Drip.
Drip, definitely a 5.
No, Drip is a 4.
4?
Only because he does not have his bulletproof suit yet.
He don't need it though. That's the crazy shit. This is why I'm saying it's a horror movie.
Doesn't need it.
This is why I'm saying it's a horror movie, bro. Because he literally is a walk. This is an improbable object. This shit is just coming. You can't stop it. This is death incarnate. You don't need to make death any fucking more agitated or make him more OP.
They do in the sequels.
They
do in the sequels.
That's fine. No, that makes all the sense in the world, right? But what I'm saying is, the Drip, this man is dressed in a suit and all black, ready to fucking kill you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, off rip. You see him in the room? Absolutely not. This is like fucking seeing Art the Clown walk up in your piece. You know you fucked up, because if you ain't trying to leave, come on, bro.
Yeah, you're dead.
You dead. You dead as shit. Like, you fucking big dead. That's why I'm saying he gets a 5. And then obviously threat level's a goddamn 1100.
Bro. Infinity sign on threat level.
It's that. Because
not only does he have hand-to-hand skills, as we learned, he can kill you with a pencil.
Yes.
He's an aimbot.
Yes.
He's automatically hitting you in the head.
Yes. This is a console player's nightmare.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's a PC user. It's bad. It's real bad.
And going back to last week, he was in Fortnite.
He was in Fortnite.
Yeah.
I update on that. Ghostface was not in Fortnite. That was not a thing. That was not a thing. It was supposed to be a thing. It wasn't a thing. But
Shag's like foiled again.
Foiled, but also saved my money. But anywho,
exactly.
This is John Wick.
He isn't Dead by Daylight. We forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But that's also back to my fucking horror movie trope. I don't think he's a fucking killer in the game, but still.
What?
I'm talking
about Ghostface. My bad.
Oh yeah, no, I thought you were talking about this shit. Could you imagine if John Wick was in fucking Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, that'd be weird as fuck.
It'd be weird as shit, but accurate.
Yeah, because
it's pretty much feeding my narrative, and I need the narrative to continue. This man is a criminal. Well, yeah, but he is a goddamn monster, right? And that is why I'm saying John Wick is the fucking villain in John Wick 1. Yes. Vigo and his Russian mafia family technically is the actual villain in this movie because of stuff that happens.
Yeah.
But you have to look at it outside of the one thing that idiot son of his does. John Wick is the bad guy.
Did he not eclipse all slasher movie villains?
Yeah.
In the 3 movies he's been in?
Dude.
With like how many people?
Well, hold on. Are we counting Jason?
Oh, we counting Jason X. That's what you want to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are we counting Jason X?
Okay, if you don't count Jason X,
then yes.
Apparently, he's
right up there, if not more. Because we're finding out more and more about John as we go along, and there's going to be a body count they're going to add to that.
You know what, we're going to do this right now.
While you're doing that, I am going to go do the I'm quote villains wiki unquote.
I like how that was the first thing that popped up, and I haven't even finished the sentence yet. All I put is how many people H, and automatically, how many people has John Wick killed?
What's it say?
The John Wick kill count is 299. So far, the series debut, John Wick, features 77 on-screen deaths at John's hands.
God damn.
A number that rose considerably in John Wick Chapter 2 as John made some powerful enemies and sought revenge. So there you go. As of John Wick 3, 299 people.
That's crazy. That's big.
So crazy. I can only assume he's eclipsing 350 in the next one.
Yeah. Because
Jesus Christ.
My man's going for LeBron numbers. That man said, fuck it. But anyway, I'm going to go and I'm going to read the Villains Wiki.
Okay.
Being replaced by the John Wiki.
The John Wiki, nice.
The John Wiki.
John
Wikipedia. Wiki. His full name is Jardani Janovich. Or Jonathan Wick. His alias, John Wick, the Baba Yaga. Or Baba Yaga. The Boogeyman, the Devil.
The Devil.
The Wolf, the Ghost, Lo Spetro, Death's Very Emissary. Listen, my fucking narrative is winning right now. I'm just gonna let y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Gender, male, obviously. Come on. Nationality. He's Soviet and American, so he is Russian in this.
Strong like bear.
Occupation. United States Marine Corps and professional assassin. Or they're also saying possibly informally. I'm going to be careful on this because this might have fucking 4 spoilers.
Ooh, that would suck.
Yeah.
Shaq's going to look at it like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up, but like affiliations. The Tarasenko mob and the Continental. Obviously status is alive. And they don't give me what he's good at, but this dude is just know he's terrifying. But I guess
his skills and powers, gun skills, kung fu skills,
godlike,
murder skills, knife skills,
godlike, godlike.
The type of villain he is professional assassin.
Yes.
See, we can do this. We've done this a while.
We've done this. We've done this enough.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
Enough,
But I gotta fucking do the actual one.
Okay, we can.
Viggo Tarasov, who is the main bad guy in John Wick. Viggo Tarasov is the head of the Tarasov crime family. Powers and skills, criminal underworld connections, criminal intuition, marksmanship, expert combatant, knifesmanship, and wealth. I love how that's a goddamn power.
I guess so, yeah. Oh, that's Batman.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Hobby is killing people, which is the weirdest fucking hobby ever.
I mean,
but
not
like,
really. I don't
not for him.
He's a mob, but whatever.
I'm gonna say drinking and smoking the reefers.
Yeah.
Goals: kill John Wick and protect his son. Both of those failed.
Yeah.
Crimes: organized crime, murder, torture, money laundering.
Yeah.
The type of villain he is: wealthy crime lord.
There you go.
Man, like I said, Jose, can you? This is kind of first of many that is unorthodox that we're actually covering a villain who is the titular character in the movie. So, damned what Villains Wikis tells me.
Yeah.
John Wick is the actual bad guy here. But go ahead, man. Hit these lovely people with that good old synopsis.
Synopsis for John Wick 2014. An ex-hitman comes out of retirement to track down the gangsters that killed his dog and took his car. There you go.
That was that was the weakest shit ever. But yeah, I get it.
But it's to the point, man.
I get it.
Is that not what John Wick is about?
In the first one, yes.
Yeah. We haven't established the lore.
The lore. And my God, the lore in this movie.
Yeah.
John Wick obviously is a 2014 movie written and directed by Chad Stahelski and written by Derek Kolstad. And
so, random fact: the director was Keanu Reeves' stunt double in The Matrix.
I did hear that.
Yeah,
I did hear that. They did have like a really good like friendship. And obviously, this movie is starring. I'm also going off Wikipedia for this because I've learned that doing the pot and the cast is a lot better. Well, the cast, if anything, so I'm not rereading into different movies and shit. So, obviously, Keanu Reeves is John Wick.
Hey.
Michael Nyquist as Viggo Tarasov. Alfie Allen is Yosef Tarasov. Adrian Palicki is Miss Perkins. Palecki.
Yeah, Palecki.
Yeah. Adrian Palecki. There we go. Bridget Moynihan is playing Helen, which is John's wife. Dean Winters as Avi, which is Viggo's attorney, which is also AKA
Mayhem from the Allstate commercials.
Yes.
Could you say for Mayhem, like me.
Or the Vulture in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I've been watching a lot lately, and that shit is hilarious. The late great Lance Riddick as Sharon, or the hotel manager in the Continental.
Oh, that makes me sad. You have to say Lance Riddick.
Yeah. Toby Leonard Moore as Victor, which is one of Yosef's closer friends. Ian McShane is Winston, which is another bright spot in this fucking movie.
Yeah, he's great.
John Leguizamo is Aurelio.
Hey, shout out to John Leguizamo. First John Leguizamo movie.
We made it, guys. Hey, luckily for y'all, it wasn't a pest and or Spawn.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, we gotta do Spawn now.
Before this podcast dies, we will cover The Pest, and we would be covering Spawn, and I'm gonna hate both of them.
Oh my god, I haven't watched The Pest in fucking years.
It's so bad. Okay. But you know who not bad?
Oh, the one and only. Let's go.
The fan favorite, the cinema villain's favorite, Big Dick Willem Dafoe is Marcus.
There you go. Look at him.
Love this cast list. But you know what also I love playing?
What's up, man?
I've already
but you forgot the most important character in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, there's one more person. How dare you miss him? We're making his cinema villain debut.
In this movie?
Yeah.
I'm just reading by what they gave me,
It's a little further down. One big, sexy Kevin Nash.
Oh, my God, yes.
As Francis the Bouncer.
Kevin Nash makes his fucking cameo, and this is our first Kevin Nash movie, because Lord knows we thought it was going to be TMNT 2.
Ninja Turtles 2, yep.
Secret of the Ooze.
Yep. Oh, shit.
But, anywho, Jose, thank you for reminding me that. So now your reward is playing a lovely game of Bop or Flop.
Bop it. Flop it.
Of course, Jose, I'm very nicer to you. So the closer you get to the why are you giving?
I'll just make it.
Jesus. The closer you get to this, the closer you get to the actual box office numbers, the better it will be. So no more having to being accurate.
Yes.
You still get 3 chances.
Nice.
So the budget for this movie was $20 to $30 million. Let's just call it $30 million.
Okay.
What do you think the box office is, and was this a bop or a flop?
So I'm going to say this was a bop.
Uh-huh. All things considered, I wouldn't be surprised if you went the other way with this.
Yeah, because I know this movie was kind of a sleeper hit.
Yeah.
Therefore, I don't think it made like that much. I will say it doubled its budget. So you said 30?
It's about 30 million, yes.
So I'll say 62.
62?
Yeah.
62.
Yeah.
62.
Yeah.
There you are! If you get that fucking reference, folks, I love you.
Oh, my God.
It's the Water Boy.
Oh, shit. I'm thinking about it now. I'm just like, oh, God.
He's fucking just looking for that dude, and he just fucking, okay. So you're going with 62? You don't,
Yes.
You're going to give up your other, you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, with a box office of $62 million that Jose's is guessing, he is also saying this was a bop. So, with that knowledge, Jose, John Wick 2014, with a budget of $30 million, the actual take home is $86 million.
Oh, shit. Well, that's still,
you came super close. I was hoping you were going to go like one more up.
And I was going to do 69, dudes, and that's what I was going to end it with.
Hit with a straight chillin' special.
Yep. And the Keanu special, you know.
Yeah, it is Keanu special. Yeah. Shouts out to both of them.
Yeah, to both of them.
Yeah, no, so like the reason why I said like if you'd have fucking said it was a flop, again, this movie only got word of mouth. Like only got word of mouth after this shit came out.
Yeah.
Outside of theaters. Because it's not like I wasn't in the movies. It's not like you weren't in the movies.
Right.
It's just that shit we were kind of like, like it's whatever. You know, so.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like, you know, but again.
What are we going to do, right?
Yeah, and then, but now, we're hip now, so it's kind of big hip, right? Like, I have not seen a John Wick movie in theaters.
Yeah, exactly. I've gone ever since then.
I've gone ever since, and I've seen like every movie at least twice.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I've seen every movie at least twice in the theaters. I remember seeing John Wick 2 in a theater by myself.
Oh, wow.
Which was fantastic. And also, that was the same day I seen Lego Batman.
Oh, nice.
In my theater by myself.
Nice.
It was fantastic.
Nice.
That was a good day. Made me feel like a big shot.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that.
Speaking of big and shots.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and you want to start with any trivia here, or you want to just jump into the?
You jump into the movie. I hit y'all with trivia at the end.
Okay, go ahead, man. Let's go.
So let's go. Here we go. Brought to you by Wikipedia. Here is the plot to John Wick. John Wick is grieving the death of his wife Helen, from an illness. To help him cope, she arranged for him to receive a beagle puppy as a gift.
Adorable.
Shout out to Daisy the beagle. Absolutely adorable. A few days later, Wick is accosted at a gas station outside of New York City by a group of Russian gangsters led by Yusuf, who failed to intimidate Wick into selling them his 1969 Boss 429 Mustang. That night, the men break into Wick's home, beat him up, and kill the puppy before stealing the car. Yusuf takes the Mustang to a chop shop to remove its identifying details, but the shop owner, Aurelio, recognizes the car and refuses service. Wick learns from Aurelio that Yusuf is the son of Vigo Tarasov, the boss of the city's Russian mafia.
All right, so a couple of things.
Yeah.
Again, you can kind of be our straight man here, but I'm only caring about my narrative. Right?
Yeah.
So, outside of the narrative,
right,
there may or may not have been a dog that was unfairly dealt with.
Poor Daisy the Beagle.
So, in horror tropes, that is the equivalent of taking some shit that isn't yours, or reading from the Necronomicon,
Jesus Christ,
or fucking like this man literally doing some shit on his own, minding his own business.
Yeah,
like this evil was laid to rest. Just period. Just not here. Just laid to fucking rest, not bothering anyone. Then you have Yusuf come up and he's like, "Hey man, I got a great idea. Let's wake the boogeyman." And what does he does? A fucking pup sacrifice.
A pup sacrifice. There you go. Okay.
Trying to.
Okay, Shaq.
Hey man, I'm trying to. I'm
keeping the narrative going.
I'm fucking fighting that narrative. You cannot change my mind. Yusuf, in wanting more power and bigger things for his life, he's taken something. Also, like fucking Leprechaun.
Okay, yeah.
Taking the goddamn gold that isn't yours. You fucking do what you sacrifice the puppy for fucking like for a car, just a car.
Yeah. No
problem. Cool. You have money. You can go buy a car. No. He's like, look, man. Oh fuck. I'm breaking up another fucking trope. It's a goddamn Hellraiser. Playing with the
puzzle box.
That pupper. Unfortunately, was his puzzle box. He unlocked it, and you know what he unlocked? His doom.
Doom. I'm gonna sing the Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
His doom. Again, it's one of those things to where you got to think about it. And on the flip side, me not sharing my narrative. When I saw that shit, man. Matter of fact, no, fuck me when I'm talking about Jose. How did you feel when that ghastly scene came up?
That was the worst shit ever.
Yeah,
it's just terrifying because that dog is so adorable,
and it's a fucking puppy.
It's a little puppy beagle. Beagles are adorable to begin with.
Yes,
that's Snoopy. People, for those who don't know.
Yes,
but anyway, yeah, and then you just hear it get. I'm like, no.
Yes. Now, granted, they did it off camera. For those who haven't seen John Wick, and for those who have been avoiding seeing John Wick because of the opening, it's about 15 minutes. So, I mean, if you want, we're doing you a favor. You can skip the first 15 minutes of that movie, and you won't see that part.
Yeah.
So other than that, however, I will state this though, to be in super fairness. I feel as though that became the catalyst, and seeing everyone get fucked up afterwards made for a better fucking movie. Trust me, I was in a glass case of emotion when I fucking saw this for the first time.
Yeah.
I wanted to turn this shit off. I was like, nope, fuck that. I don't want to be sadder than I normally am right now. Fuck. And then he just got, but when the movie kept going, I'm like, oh wait, no, this is gonna be great.
Yeah,
this is gonna be great. So, yeah. It is one of those things. But again, Yusuf disturbed the slumber of the beast.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So, going back.
Mm-hmm.
Learning of his son's actions, Vigo beats Yusuf and chastises him for incurring Wick's wrath. Vigo reveals that Wick was formerly a hitman in his employ, renowned and feared in the criminal underworld as Baba Yaga. A ruthless and relentless man of focus, commitment, and sheer will. After Wick fell in love with Helen, a civilian, Vigo gave him seemingly an impossible task to earn his freedom, which Wick completed. So yeah, so we're introduced to the boss in the most funniest fashion. Because when Joseph takes the car to Aurelio's shop, Aurelio's like, "Yo, get this car out of here."
He said, "Where'd you get that car from?"
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, we stole it from someone." And he's like, "Shit."
Who'd you steal it from? Like, he knew who car that was.
Yeah, he knew it. And, and the whole time he's like, "Hey, man." He's like, "Well, fuck, did you kill the dude at least?" And like, "No, but we fucked up his dog." And he's just like, "Fuck."
Ha 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 ha! You fucked up his dog. Ha. Yeah. And Aurelio,
he's like, "I need y'all to get the fuck out of here."
Aurelio does the one thing that everyone wanted him to do, and he socked the shit out of Buddy.
Yeah, because the dude was like, "Hey, we own you." He's like, "Bitch."
Like, I do business with your father.
Yeah, and
y'all don't own shit.
And so so Vigo calls him, and he's like, "I heard you struck my son." He's like, "Yes, I did." He's like, "Would you tell me why?" He's like, "Well, they killed. They stole John Wick's car and they killed his dog." And you just hear, "Oh," and he just hangs up the phone.
So I asked Jose this, and I'm gonna ask him again. I'm gonna ask you guys, and I'll probably put this on the IG because you guys. Thank you all for showing up for the Scream one.
Oh yeah, thanks.
That was great. I'll probably keep that a rotating thing because like when the episode drops, people are like, "Hey, I want to ask this." Jose,
what's up?
I asked you this before, and I'm gonna ask you again because I want you to repeat this for the lovely people. If you were Vigo, if you were put in that situation, knowing what you know today,
yeah,
and your son awoke the beast,
yeah,
how would you proceed?
I'd be like, "Well, you know what, guys? I can always have another son. It was good knowing you, kid. You know what? To be fair, I will arm you to the gills.
Mm-hmm.
But if he kills you, he kills you. Ain't shit I can do, fam."
He's like, "I don't want no parts."
Give him even though I'm Russian, give him the Sicilian kiss of death. Peace. Like, go with God, my child.
Don't speed down your comrade.
Exactly. There you go.
Bruh, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me because it's like because Vigo was ready to fuck Aurelio up.
Yeah.
He was like, "Why'd you strike my son?" Like, what did he say? Did he say some racist shit?
Yeah.
But even if he did, he'd be like, "No, I'd fuck you." I was like, "Yo, you can say racist shit. I'm still going I'm gonna have to beat your ass."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, sir. He awoke the beast. He awoke the beast."
He's like,
"Excuse
me?"
He's like, "Huh?" He's like, "Oh yeah, he in the games for more power, he awoken something that shouldn't have been awoken." He's like, "Oh fuck. Oh my fuck." So, yeah, if I'm Vigo, I'm definitely been like, "Well, you know what you've done." Like and his son's a fucking idiot. His son's sitting there going like, "What the fuck? He didn't know." That's kind of like saying like these new kids today don't know certain things, and it's kind of like, "What? I don't fucking know who that is." And I'm like, "Well, what the fuck, man? Do you I'm gonna need you to start knowing because we're all gonna fucking die."
Exactly.
We're all gonna fucking die, and it's because of you.
And I love that. It was like, "I can fix this. I'll finish what I started." He immediately looks at OB. He looks at me. I'm like, "Did he not listen to a fucking word I just said?"
I'm like, "Did he not just hit me?" Son, if you couldn't finish it then, you're not gonna finish it now.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, you won't. Stop talking. Just stop. Yeah. You're not going to be able to finish this."
It's just the funniest shit.
It's so fucking bad because it was almost a kiss of death. You don't want your fucking son to die.
No, you don't.
But at the same time, it's like what the fuck that is he just unleashed. It's like he's going to come for you. I have a fucking heart to heart. Listen. You know how your mama beat you with the chancleta? Just how she just do that shit easy. Just knock your ass out. Imagine 7 of those. And I say 7 because that's a specific number. Because you're gonna think you're seeing 7 when actuality that shit's just 24. I'm just throwing out random numbers because none of this shit's gonna matter because you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do. You're my dad. Help me, son. That ship is fucking sailed.
Yeah.
All I can do for you is I can put you up someplace nice. I can try to get you the fuck out of here. But he's gonna come. But The boogeyman's gonna come, and I don't know what else is there. He's going to come to collect. I'm gonna try everything in my power to save you, but job bless.
Exactly.
That's just horrible because he knows it's a wave. It's a wave of. I picture John Wick like the fucking blood that comes out of the goddamn elevators in The Shining.
Yeah.
That's literally what that is. Just that whole floor just gets fucking turned red. That's how I just like. It's just, oh, you can't stop this. It's happening. Just let it wash over you.
That's hilarious. I don't know why you just reminded me of this fucking clip from some anime clip I posted the other day on Twitter. It was just like, I guess some mom was about to beat her daughter.
Oh my God! Yes, that is exactly it.
The dad opens the door like, "Hey guys, I'm home," and he sees it. The motherfucker just turns around the door.
And he's like, son, "Yo, that's exactly me. That's exactly me and my fucking son Yosef, bro." It was like, hey, and it's like I open the door, I see John Wick just coming down the hallway, and I see my son Yosef's like, "Dad, help!" And I'm like, "Nope."
Close the door and just be like, "I'm so sorry." Like,
I'm sorry, my son. As I'm crying the one anime tear,
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, my son. Oh my, would you look at that? It looks like rain.
What a terrible day for rain. Just looking up at the
But
sky.
there is no rain. Yes, there is. As I'm just crying profusely. Thank you for reminding me. Holy shit.
Yeah, I seen that shit. I was like,
motherfucker closed that door. Vigo closed that door on that shit. It was like, son, I can't help you, dog. I'm sorry.
Like I said, pray it's quick. Pray it's quick. All right, so Wick recovers his concealed stash from his former career, including weapons and gold coins used as underworld currency for special services. He refuses Vigo's attempt to make amends for his son's actions and kills the hitman squad sent to his home. As a result, Vigo puts a $2 million bounty on Wick's head, and his former mentor, Marcus, is enlisted to take him out. Wick lodges in the city at the Continental, a luxurious hotel that serves as a neutral ground for the underworld, and conducting criminal business there is strictly forbidden. The hotel owner and Wick's old friend Winston warns him about the dangers of returning to the life he left behind. Despite this, Winston secretly informs Wick that Yosef is at a Red Circle nightclub. Wick infiltrates the club, confronts Yosef, but is attacked by Kirill, Vigo's henchman. Zero? No, it's Kirill. Yeah, Vigo's henchman and forced to retreat in the Continental for medical attention. Shout out to Krill, though. He's played by Daniel, what was his name? Bernhardt?
Yeah, he's been in a lot of shit.
He's a martial artist who's been in a lot of shit. He's in that, I don't know if anyone remembers, that old Mortal Kombat live-action TV show. He was not the Asian guy.
He was not the Asian.
He was that guy. And he's also the main bad guy agent in Matrix 2. If that helps. But yeah, that's where you might have seen him from.
So one thing there's a lot of things that you went over there. But one thing I want to bring up is probably one of my favorite things about the John Wick franchise, hands down. The Continental.
Yes.
That one thing about the John Wick movies I have come to appreciate, even from the first one on, is that these movies have a hell of a world building.
Yes.
You don't get that in a lot of movies nowadays. Because some people are just wanting for the profit and everything else. And then sometimes it's just a cash grab. It's okay. You get world building in Marvel movies, but not even enough, right?
Right.
You don't get that enough as much as you would like. In the John Wick verse, they literally are doing that. You kind of get scrapings of it here in the first movie, but it's kind of like one of those things like we don't know if this is going to continue.
Right.
But then it blew up and said, okay, no. Instead of like making the action just better, we're going to make our script and the world building better. The thing with the Continental is it has so many fucking rules, and there's not just one. There's a Continental in every major city the world. And any fucking assassin, as long as they do not break the rules, can find solace in the Continental. The Continental is a sanctuary for assassins.
Yeah.
That means if me and Jose had beef and we were in the Continental, we could not do any business against each other.
We just have to just chill.
We have to chill it out. But the moment we're off Continental grounds, we're back at it like spy versus spy.
And it is like the grounds. Like, we could be fighting on the street.
Yeah.
But if we accidentally trip onto the sidewalk,
Yep.
we can no longer do nothing. It's like,
we're on fucking continental property.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no, you shoot that shit if you want to, you will die.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, go ahead.
Yeah, the world building is so fucking great. The lore of John Wick's great.
The lore.
And I don't want to say this was the first movie to do this.
No, it wasn't.
But it was definitely the one that really made popular. Hey, there we go. This whole thing we got now of like this underground crime shit. Or like super assassin shit.
Yeah.
Like that you see with what was that movie?
We got a lot of that in part 2 though.
Yeah. Just like the criminal world is like a bigger thing.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a super secret society type of shit. It's fun. I kind of enjoyed those.
It's like were you trying to reference like Kingsman? Kind of
something like that.
So that's more spy shit.
Spy shit, yeah.
But like, which is way more believable than the actual criminal underworld, because it's literally a criminal fucking underworld. They literally made it an underworld, right? And it's one of those it's just one of those things, man, to where it's like, this is dope as fuck to see, because it's like, wow, I want to know more, and that's why I really love John Wick 2, is because it expanded on that.
Yeah.
John Wick 1, it was just a taste. They were like, we met Winston. And we met Sharon, and like we met those two. Those two are key intervals for the movie, and like because of what they bring to the Continental, Winston especially.
Yeah,
Winston is like where I'm probably not pronouncing.
I think it's Sharon.
I think it's Sharon, like Sharon.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because he's named after the Grim Reaper thing that guides you to the afterlife.
Again.
In Greek mythology.
Again.
Oh, here we go.
My narrative. The narrative is winning.
I have that. Let me.
But he's the keeper of the tale, right?
Yeah.
If we're gonna compare it, it's definitely the Continental could be like the River Styx.
Yeah.
And then like everything else is kind of compared that way, because your ferryman would be like Sharon.
Yeah.
But but again, and he's not a part of the fucking River Styx, but just a lack of term. Like Winston is your Saint Peter, like he's guiding you towards these things, and he's like, all right, let's talk about. He's your gatekeeper. He's the one with the rules, and he's letting you know like everything's going on. It's so fucking deep, right? That I can't think of a villain who has a support system better than John Wick.
Right.
My narrative is going to continue.
There you go. And just the further on that thing you were talking about, Lance Riddick plays the hotel concierge, who is named Charon. In Greek mythology, Charon is the ferryman of Hades. You will have to pay Charon for safe passage. Hence why Lance Riddick puts a gold coin in his pocket at the hotel. John, in a sense, is paying for safe passage.
Yes.
So there you go.
That is, so I wasn't too far off. But again, the world building in this shit, and then it only gets crazier in 2. But the world building in this was great. And, you know, that whole thing where he's finding out the information to get Yosef.
Yeah.
To collect Yosef's soul.
Basically.
And he's like, you took a soul, I'm going to take yours.
Yeah. And
soul for soul.
There you go. And basically, we get 2 action scenes in this paragraph. We get the beginning. We get the introduction, which is the first, like, holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
When you realize how great this action is.
Yes.
No shaky cam BS.
No, none of that.
Nothing. Just fucking beautiful fucking, like, gunplay and
choreography. Yeah.
Just fucking. He is just tapping people in the head. Just pop, pop. Like,
I know he had that and I didn't mean to cut you off. Like, I know he had that extensive training.
Yeah, I think he trained for like 4 months.
And progressively that gets more.
Yeah.
Amped in each movie. I mean, even the people that he's bringing in to fight up against, he's training alongside him, because like Halle Berry's like, yo, that shit was intense. He had us out there for real. He's not like Tom Cruise of like, we're gonna be realistic about this.
He's not like he's not.
But he's like he's right under that, right? He's like, yo, this is still like that, but we're still gonna be out here.
If anything, he's like, I want to make sure you look like you know what you're doing.
Yes. I think Halle broke like 2 ribs.
Maybe. I can't remember.
I know she did. She got fucked up.
Yeah.
She got fucked up. I do know that.
But we got that first scene where he just takes out 12 dudes.
Yeah, they came because they came. He was doing, the boogeyman was doing the montage of kind of like doing that. But then Vigo, protecting his son, as a good father should, sends people to go get rid of the boogeyman. He's like, hey, man,
how many people do you got?
It's like, how many? It's like, how many people do you need? It's like, how many people you got?
So he sends like 12 motherfuckers, and they all just get bodied.
Yes,
free, just no
whirlwind of pain.
Yeah,
like everyone getting. You're either getting double tapped, or he's breaking your neck, or he's stabbing you with stabbing you with your own shit.
Yeah,
insanity.
Yeah, and you're like I said, you get a little taste of the lore because you meet some guy who comes to clean up all the bodies.
Yes, sir. And who's that guy, Jose?
I told Shaq, hey, Shaq, do you recognize that guy? He's like, he looks familiar. I was like, that's the main bad guy from the Warriors. The dude with the glass. It's like, come out.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised we haven't talked about that movie. But again, this is John Wick time. Yeah, we get the lore here because like John, after dispatching of his enemies, he calls up the phone and orders a service. But he orders like, hey, I need a table for 12.
Yeah.
And code for anything because you get a lot of code in this movie.
Yeah.
He comes up and it's a fucking van. Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if they caught that. That's why.
Yeah.
Moved away from the
mic. It was loud.
Was it loud?
It was loud. I definitely heard it in the headphones. Bless you, sir.
Thank you.
But again, we ended up doing like he's seeing that and the guy comes up. It is a van. Obviously, if you watch a lot of mob movies or a lot of things, that's a cleaner. It's a cleaning service, meaning they will dispatch the bodies and get rid of any of the blood or anything. No DNA, anything's left behind. So it's like your whole shit will be cleaned up. John pays this man in coins. That is
gold doubloons.
He pays that man in those coins because those coins are universal currency for like this assassination business.
For the criminal underworld.
Yes.
From the high table, which we do not know yet, but
like how we're paying the ferry, the ferryman.
There you go. And then we get probably the best scene in the movie, which is the club shootout.
Jesus Christ!
Well, first we're introduced to boom, 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 big sexy Kevin Nash as the bouncer. So John Wick just kind of rose up on him, like, "Hey, Francis." He's like Mr. Wick.
Yeah, he's like doing his Russian impression, which I'm at this point. I'm thinking Kevin has to be somewhat Russian.
That's hilarious.
Like, has to be somewhat Russian and something like that because, like, come on, man.
So he's like, "Why don't you take the night off, Francis?" And then he kind of looks at him. He's like, "Thank you, Mr. Wick."
Yeah,
he just
like,
takes off.
Yeah, because
he's like, "Say less."
He's like, look here, Mr. Demon Man. I don't want you to kill me. Thank you for letting me live so I can go see my family.
So here's some trivia that this is I don't know if this was actually like the lore, but this is what Kevin Nash stated. Mm-hmm. Kevin Nash stated he was told the reason his character, Francis the Bouncer, was allowed to live. Mm-hmm. Nash said that when Wick mentioned that he lost some weight, and Francis stated that he lost 60 kilos, Wick was asking in code how many hostiles were in the building. Francis' reply was 60, and since he provided the information, Wick allowed him to live.
That's fucking cool,
crazy, right?
man.
It's like, "Hey, man, have you lost some weight?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, about 60 kilos. He's like, "Okay, cool. Why don't you have the night off?" That's pretty awesome, yeah.
God, I never thought I could love a franchise more.
Right?
This is still probably my favorite action horror. No bullshit. This is probably my favorite action franchise. And I fucking love Die Hard, but like, there's only 2 bangers in Die Hard, and then.
Yeah, so in this scene, he kills a dude that kills his dog.
Yeah.
He practically drowns him in a sink.
Yes.
And breaks his neck.
Yes.
Goes in, immediately starts like knifing people, and this like Solid Snake just gutting people.
This dude, Wick, is like, I know how he trains because like I remember watching this movie and I was like, he's holding that gun weird because I've never seen anyone hold the gun so close to their chest like that. And then I knows when I was watching them behind the scenes and how he would train, he says Wick carries that gun because of the recoil and also because of close quarters combat.
Yeah.
So he's more proficiency to reduce. And I'm just like, blows my fucking mind, the attention to detail with that.
He's the master of CQC.
CQC.
That's what they taught us in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, just what a quick stab.
Chill. No.
Reverse attack.
But yeah, he bodies the fuck out of damn near everyone in this club. Yosef kind of gets away. Well, John Wick let him get away. Let's not bullshit.
Yeah, so
because he had him dead to rights.
Dude, he stared like you told me that scene. I've totally forgot about it. He stares Yosef in the fucking face. Yosef like a goddamn deer in the goddamn headlights. The boogeyman just stares him in the face, kills one of the dudes in front of him, shoots him twice.
Yeah,
and then just kind of walks towards him.
Yeah,
just like it's death.
Yeah.
It's literal death coming for you. It's not going to stop.
Nope.
You can throw people in front. You could throw people in front of it. It's not going to help you.
Yeah, it fucking was like, oof. When I saw that, I was like, God damn.
It's like, hey, I'm going to fight the devil. No, and he's back done.
Exactly.
Fucking just holes everywhere. I think the most brutal fucking kill was that dude who just got shot, got his head smashed into the table, and then he fucking gets shot in the head twice.
Yeah.
You just see the meat just hanging off of the fucking table.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Fucked. Yeah. That was that dude with the big beard, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Get fucking wrecked.
But yeah. So, as Wick rests, he is targeted by a hitwoman named Miss Perkins, who sneaks into his room. Marcus sees Perkins from an adjacent building and fires a warning shot to alert Wick. He wakes up and subdues Perkins, who reveals that Vigo has doubled the bounty for her to kill him in the Continental. She also discloses that Vigo has a high-value stash concealed in the church. Wick has another hitman, Harry, secure Perkins, but she escapes and kills him.
Boo!
I know, right? That's really the only thing that happens at that scene.
I'm sorry for doing that in your ears, but Harry is also a black man. He didn't deserve that.
He really didn't.
But go ahead.
Like, why don't you just call the hotel at that moment? Like,
I guess because
this chick tried to kill me.
I guess because they were like, they're gonna find him. And he's just like, yo, I'm just doing John a favor.
Yeah,
because he didn't know how he was gonna be gone. And it's a catch. You know, he said catch and release.
Yeah.
Now, if he said catch and release, I didn't know he was gonna be caught and released from his fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Jesus
that is true.
Christ.
So at the church, Wick destroys Vigo's cache of cash. Okay. And extensive blackmail material.
Wait, is it not cachet?
Is it cachet?
I thought it was cachet.
Is it not a river?
You got me to break. Okay,
I did.
buddy, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A cachet of cash and extensive blackmail material. When Vigo arrives to assess the damage, Wick assaults him and his men, but is captured after being hit by Kirill's car. Shaggy is dying over there. I'm trying not to look at him. I'm trying not to look at him anymore. Wick tells Vigo that he will not stop until Yosef is dead because the puppy gave him hope and a chance to not be alone in his grief for Helen. Marcus intervenes again to save Wick, allowing him to kill Kirill, and threaten Vigo into revealing his son's location. Wick assaults the safe house and kills Joseph. Afterwards, Marcus encourages Wick to return to a normal life he has built, but their meeting is witnessed by Perkins, who reveals Marcus's duplicity to Vigo. He has Marcus tortured and killed before calling Wick to taunt him with the details, drawing him back to the city. All right, there we go.
All right, so one thing we did not explain.
Yeah.
Marcus, Big Dick Defoe's character.
Big Dick Defoe, yeah.
Definitely him and John have like a history together.
Yeah.
Like they're friends. I'm assuming that they're friends. We never part of the lore that wasn't covered.
Well, you definitely know they were associates, but even in the beginning, he goes to see.
He was at his wife's funeral.
And
John's wife's funeral.
Yeah, and then he was like, "What are you doing here, man?" He's like, "Hey, man, I'm just here to see an old friend. Make sure he's okay."
Because John left that life behind.
Yeah.
And the only dude that came from that life was Marcus.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, hey, man, you're a friend. I respect you. And then he saved, and apparently I know he mentioned that he saved his life before. He's like, you keep saving my life. And, like, I don't know if it was because of that time or, like, before times or anything like that. But, like, knowing what we know now about the series definitely could have happened like it definitely could have happened like some other time. Like maybe it was during that time of like where John had to do the impossible fucking task.
Yeah.
Right? Which via the lore
we
is like
get more into later.
Yeah, we get way more into later about like how deep that is. That thing with him and Marcus is just like it's a partnership. And John, this is these are just the townsfolk helping out the devil to get that fucking life. Look, I'm going to sell my narrative.
Shaggy is controlling his narrative right now.
Boy. CYN
there
like a
go.
motherfucker, boy, I'm telling you. But we literally are it's just kind of cool to see that and just kind of come full circle. But then again, what happens after
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, because they kill Marcus and they're like, no.
Yeah.
He does go out like a G though.
No, he does. He definitely. Willem Dafoe always, if he's gonna die, he always goes out like a motherfucker.
He was like, "Out am I?"
Exactly.
He pulls out the get. Yeah.
He goes out like a badass, or he either goes out really fucking depressing, or he goes like a fucking badass.
Yeah.
And this one, he kind of goes out like a badass, but he goes out on his regardless, he goes out on his own terms.
Yeah.
So Marcus is captured by gets captured by Vigo, and I feel like we're skipping it, but like I'm gonna at least tackle this. He gets taken out by Vigo. And fucking Vigo is not Vigo. I mean, fuck. Yeah, Vigo comes up to his home and says, "You are the reason why my son's dead."
Yeah.
Because what we didn't mention, Vigo went to Marcus's house.
Oh, that's right. He went to him personally.
And said, "Hey, are you?" Because hey, man, how you doing? You good? You still assassinating? He's like, "Yeah."
He's like, "I got a job for you." And he's like, "Well, I got a phone."
He's like, "Yeah, you could have just called. I needed to come here."
He's like, "Yeah, I got to ask you this personally."
Yeah, he's like, I put out a hit on John.
Yeah. He's like, "Would you kill John Wick for $2 million?" He's like, "I know you were close to him. That's why."
He's like, "Is it exclusive?" He's like, "No,
it's open." Because,
Which, low-key probably saved his ass. Because I don't think if he was exclusive, I don't think he would have fucking killed him.
No.
He wouldn't have fucking killed him.
But yeah, he fucking, he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it then." He's like, "Thank you very much."
Yeah, and he just agreed. And I was telling Jose, I'm like, is it because that he knows he can keep John alive to protect his friend, or he knows that if he said no, he might have fucked himself in the long run?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe not. Yeah, I'm thinking he might have not took no for an answer.
I personally don't. And now that I'm going back and looking at the ending, I think he did it to just make sure John was okay.
Yeah,
because
that is true. Because they didn't really know. He didn't know.
Yeah,
it wasn't until old girl kind of snitched him out.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, John Wick's alive because Marcus was helping him."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know, and then like Marcus legitimately was doing what he can to keep Buddy alive, and then to kind of do that. So it was like one of those things. But then before we jump back on, because we got to talk about the most anticlimactic fucking death. Like, it's Yosef.
Yeah.
Like, in my horror movie, the guy who started all of this died in the most meh-ass way.
Yeah.
It was quick and painless, which I get, right?
I guess. I mean, he didn't get shot in the stomach. I heard it's very painful.
It is, but he also kind of shot him in the head and kind of ended all that, so he's just insta-dead.
At least he shot him mid-sentence. He's like, "I ain't gonna listen to you, Pop."
Yeah, he's like, hey, it was just a fucking, he didn't get to say dog or car.
Yeah.
If he just said dog, then yeah, the motherfucker got another bullet.
Yeah.
But he said if he didn't finish, he just fucking shot him and just went on from there. And it's one of those things to where I'm just like, I thought this was gonna be like a bloody fucking thing, but like, hey, when the devil comes to collect, he's just gonna come collect.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's slow or quick or painless. He's gonna come collect. That's pretty much what that is.
That's right, Shaggy. No.
But it was just. How'd you feel about that though, man? Am I wrong in saying that?
I mean, I guess maybe at that time John was also tired. He's like, "Look, man, I done fucked around."
Given what we saw, this man fell off a goddamn he fell off a fuck. I'm guessing that had to be like that drop in the club. That was on the hard floor. He got back up and killed like 20. Feed him in.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I think he's like, "Yo, I'm tired. I've had enough of this shit. You're just dead." I blew up. I literally killed everyone here. So
dog. Yeah. I mean, I guess, dog. It's just one of those things to where I'm just like, okay. But okay, continue.
Yeah, because he got tied up. That's how he found out. Like we said, where Yosef was. He kind of like escapes.
Oh yeah, and Marcus,
So Vigo does sell him out eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, Vigo's beating the shit out of Marcus. Marcus like, yo, fuck that. Takes one of the goons' guns, shoots the goons, goes to go shoot Perkins. Perkins just dots him up, and then Vigo grabs a gun and just fucking tags him up, man, and just kind of shoots him again for his kid. Because Vigo, there's that scene where Vigo's smoking a fucking joint, which I thought was the coolest fucking thing in me, even though it was like super depressing. Because he told John, when John escaped, he told John where Yosef was, and then he just felt that guilt. Because like, I just sold out my son, and my son's going to die because of it.
Yeah.
But and then he was also trying to find the blame. Because like, that's why he went after Marcus. Once he found out, he's like, you are the reason why my son is dead. If you just did your fucking job, none of this would have happened. No, sir, if you were a better parent, none of this also would happen.
If your son wasn't a piece of shit and killed someone's dog and stole his car.
Hey man, if he wasn't trying to sacrifice shit for more power, the boogeyman would have been that's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
The boogeyman would have been subsided and peace would have reigned the lands. Now you have death on your hands.
Yep.
Blood on your hands.
All right. Perkins is executed at Winston's behest for breaking the Continental rules, and Winston informs Wick that Vigo is preparing to leave the city by helicopter. Wick races to the New York harbor, where he fights and mortally wounds Vigo. Resigned to dying from his own injuries, Wick watches a video on his phone of Helen telling him that they need to go home. He breaks into a nearby animal clinic, treats his wounds, and adopts a pit bull puppy, scheduled to be euthanized before beginning to walk home. And that's the movie, folks.
Yes.
A good old cute boy, pit bull. I'm like, look at the little pit bull. I want to give him belly rubs.
Fucking, but nah, like fucking, John just rampages on.
Yeah.
And just does what he does with that. But like I said before, the devil's gonna collect his due.
Yep.
He's already collected and he's moving on. But then after you killed his friend, he killed one of the townspeople that has been helping the devil. The devil's like, I don't want to have to collect more souls, but now I have to. And he fucking goes on to collect the families. Like, now I'm getting rid of your entire bloodline.
Yep, all of it eradicated.
All of it done.
Finito.
Done. For real. Dunsky. Dead ski. Bro, done out of here.
Well, not really the entire bloodline, because we meet the brother.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, hit that bloodline in particular. Yeah. But again, he fucking, like, it's all like, it's all fucked up, because he's like, oh, man, like, it's one big chase scene, and it's just, at this point, we all know John's gonna fuck him up. Yeah. John's gonna fuck up everybody, because that's what he does, because he is a horror villain. You can't stop the horror. This is one of those horror villains you cannot stop.
Nope.
At all. You can only hope to contain them.
Yep.
But he's coming.
Dun, dun, dun. I was like,
I wanted a freeze frame, but I'm like, yeah, no, this is not video.
Yep.
This is audio. This would be a horrible
audio.
This would be a horrible thing here. But again, that ending, I mean, was I satisfied? Now, I mean, granted, was there anything? Oh, fuck, I forgot. The Continental and the fucking rules.
Yep.
She fucking killed, she attacked someone, she did business on the continent, in the Continental grounds. I thought that was the second coolest fucking scene in this entire fucking movie. Because I am a sucker for world building. Yeah. And that's exactly what these are. You fucked around and you fucking did that shit and we told you not to. And yet you did it. And now you're facing the consequences, which is instant death. Literally, 4 motherfuckers are in the corner, just shot her.
Yeah, because Winston pulls up and like, hey, your membership to the Continental has been revoked by thine own hand.
Yeah, because she gets a phone call from Sharon.
Lance Riddick, the Sharon, yeah.
Yeah, Sharon. He's like, hey,
I apologize for calling you this late, which is like his go-to line, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, but It is pretty much saying, hey, we need you to come here and just do that and talk about something. She go like a dumbass because she should have known.
Yeah, she should have known.
But she obviously did not care.
Maybe she really thought like, oh, they didn't know it was me.
Yeah, they didn't know it was me. Like,
Yeah.
They know it was you, bro. And then they fucking come around and bap, done. Like, they say, hey, Winston says that, and they fucking walk away. Everyone walks their own fucking path, and then you get the other guy, the cleaner to come out of nowhere to fucking just fix all that shit and get it all out of here. Take
care of the body. Yep.
Fantastic shit,
This is a great shot, yeah.
It is fantastic. I mean, John's mourning Marcus's death, and then he goes out on a rampage. And
because Winston tells him, he's like, hey, we have a code, so therefore I'm not telling you.
Also, I'm also forgetting that Mayhem.
Oh, yeah, Mayhem gets murdered, too.
Mayhem gets murdered, but he gets, like, annoyed because he's been telling Vigo to speak English this entire fucking time. Like, but you work for a dude who's from Russia, and he speaks Russian. Yeah. English is his second language. What the fuck else you think he's going to do, bro? Yeah. Like, come on. He's like, English. You commie bastard. Like, just, like, it's the stupidest shit, man. But,
you like, save yourself from Mayhem, like me.
Oh, yeah, no, and John Wick is John Wick the Mayhem?
In this movie, yes.
Yes, it's John Wick the Mayhem.
Absolutely.
Save yourself from Mayhem, like him.
Yeah.
As he's coming around and that's what if he fucking would have told Vigo that, Vigo probably still alive.
Yeah.
Don't know about Yosef, though. But, hey, this is what it is. Jose, what do you think about the movie what do you think about the end as a whole, though? Like,
the ending's fine. Like, it's fine. He gets his revenge, and you think he gets to live a normal life now, maybe?
Yeah.
Because like, if they had made no sequels, it's a fine ending. He gets another dog, saves that dog's life.
Yeah.
Just walks off to be happy, we would assume.
Yeah, but, it's definitely one of those things to where it ended in a way that, hey, if we don't have anything going from this is about as happy as we're going to get.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the endings we get from these other ones, much better.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, especially, too. I think John Wick 2 is probably still my favorite.
It has a great ending, yeah.
That ending is just fucking satisfying. Just like, goddamn.
Yeah.
So.
Fucking perfect. We'll do that movie one day.
Oh, my
don't
God.
worry.
Yeah, that movie's,
Thank you.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was John Wick.
Johnny Wick 1.
Yeah, we highly recommend this movie. This horror trope, as it will. One giant horror movie. This definitely, if you're Russian or in the mafia, definitely highly recommend this movie. I believe it is now streaming on, I thought, HBO Max.
Oh, yeah, let me look. I forgot to look at that for y'all. I apologize.
I forgot HBO Max, but let's see.
It's streaming on Peacock.
Okay, yeah. John Wick is now streaming on Peacock at the time of this recording, and you can get yourself filled with John Wick 1 through 3 before 4 drops and enjoy that stuff, man. But like that is it. But Jose, before we head out, let's take care of some business.
Taking care of business.
Jose, what's your cinema villain moment?
Who's the cinema villain?
You already know who the fuck.
Okay,
from my narrative,
John Wick. From Shaggy's narrative, the cinema villain moment is the club scene. Okay. He just murders the fuck out of him. Even that poor bastard that got stabbed through the fucking chin.
Yeah.
And John Wick just stares him death. Like, just.
Yeah.
Like.
Covers his mouth.
Almost like, shh.
Like, covers his mouth, stabs him in the chin, and just kind of just slides his ass down. Right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no. My cinema villain moment is literally. Yeah, it's the club scene.
Yeah, it's great.
It's the club scene. But, all right. Technically, since some people out there thinking John Wick's not the actual bad guy, give me a fucking Vigo scene.
Oh shit, a Vigo scene? Vigo scene? I can't think of one.
Is it not him beating the shit out of his son?
I was just about to say it's probably that scene. It's the scene where he's like I said, that scene cracks me up every fucking time. Where
it's like, did he not fucking just
his son's like, I'll fucking kill him. He's like, did he not listen to a fucking word I just said?
I think
and just hugs him and he's like, you can't do nothing.
I think mine is with Vigo is the fact that he sold his son out and he's sitting there smoking a joint because he has to calm his fucking nerves.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck have I... He has that look of like grief of like, what the fuck have I just done? I've literally led the devil to where my son is.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything to stop it. He's literally he's killed all of my men.
Yeah.
He's killed all of them. And now my son is dead because of it.
Yep.
So That is it for
That's
that.
it. Oh, yeah, I forgot some quick trivia for everybody.
ahead.
According to Keanu Reeves, he did 90% of his own stunts. Keanu Reeves learned to memorize the nightclub fight sequence that day the scene was filmed. So shout out to him.
He went hard in this movie, man.
Bacon grease was placed on Keanu Reeves' face to attract his dog to jump on him when he wakes him up in bed.
Aw.
I know, right? Like, oh. Oh, here's something you would like to know. The shotgun John Wick uses towards the end of the film is
sweet
a
Jesus.
Keltec KSG. So there you go.
A Keltec KSG?
Keltec G, yeah, KSG.
Jesus Christ. Killing gun.
A killing shotgun. Like
Yeah, there you go.
KSG.
KSG? A killing shotgun. Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what that is.
Yep, and because we always love to do what ifs here on Cinema Villain.
Yep. What villain?
Cinema Villain.
There we go.
What do you think?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, Cinema Villain. Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bruce Willis, Kurt Russell, Nicolas Cage, Kevin Costner, Johnny Depp, and Jason Statham were all considered for the role of John Wick.
God, no.
I don't think none of them.
Depp kind of has that kind of like mysterious type vibe, but no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And then Jason Statham didn't want to be typecast.
Yeah.
But like, I get, but like, no. This movie, John Wick would not be John Wick without it being Keanu Reeves.
Exactly. I don't think we would have got 4 of them. Keanu Reeves is cool like that. Well, yeah, that's it.
Well, all right, Jose. Typically here at Cinema Villains, not only do we review the movie, we also review the villain in the movie. And since we've already talked about John Wick, I guess we have to tackle Vigo too. And by that means, we also have these categories by 3 categories that we review the villain on. They are the motive, the drip,
the drill,
and the threat level.
Threat level.
Jose, what are we giving Vigo for the motivation?
His motivation.
Show me your motivation.
Show me your motivation. 3.5. He's trying to protect his son.
I kind of give that like a 4 because that's a legit reason. But like I give it a 4 because like I'm trying to protect my son, but I'm also protecting my son from a fuck up.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a 3. It's a solid 3.5 for me as well. Because it's like, I had nothing to do with this. I was just at home listening to my Will Smith CD, and here you come, killing a fucking dog and stealing a car that isn't yours.
Not only that, the boogeyman's car.
Exactly.
Dog, yeah.
Not some random fuck's car. You're literally killing the boogeyman's car. What the fuck is your problem?
That's brought death upon this town.
And you brought death upon this town and this family.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I gave it a 3.5 as well. What is this drip, my friend?
I give his drip a 4. He was
I do like the red shit that he wore halfway through the movie. Really fucking dapper. I fuck with that too. And the threat level.
This was tough.
I'm
gonna give him a 4.
Really?
Because he held his own against John at the end in like a knife fight.
Did he though?
Kind of.
Did he though?
And he's a mob boss. He has power.
So I thought about a 3 only because he didn't really get involved, but he also sold his fucking son out. like, hey, nah, take him, Lord, not me.
Okay, no, you know what? 3.5. I'll give him.
Yeah, he's like, take him, Lord, not me. I didn't do shit.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Was it me? It was him.
Yep,
it was him, Your Honor. Right?
He did it.
He guilty. I got the rope right here.
Gotcha.
I'll give him a 3.5 on that because like it's literally like, what are you going to do? Granted, going forward, John Wick villains are tougher.
Yeah,
and they're a lot better. There's like more John Wick villains that are worth a shit. Vigo not so much because John is actually the villain in this, and I'll be damned to say otherwise because this man, like I said, to me he's a clean sweep.
Yeah,
John Wick as a whole for this variation, clean sweep. Period. This is the only time we'll get to rate John Wick, the Baba Yaga, as a fucking villain, so I'm taking it.
Yeah.
This is in my record book.
There you go.
My VIP section.
He's a VIP 100%.
He's a goddamn VIP and a Hokage because he's terrifying.
Damn, that's fucking hilarious.
He's fucking terrifying, bro.
So Vigo though, he's in the club.
He's getting in, but I can't.
He's not a VIP.
He can't be. Bro, you sold your son out, bro.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about selling our sons out and shit. Like, hey, bro, but we ain't got kids. Like, this is the reason why we ain't got kids.
That and like we said, every villain afterwards has been much better.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. You're getting in, brother, but you don't get no bottle service.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But other than that, man, I got nothing else.
Oh, that's it. Me too.
Oh, don't die, fucker.
I won't die. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, don't.
I gotta see John Wick 4 first.
Yeah, fucking right, dude. Could you imagine?
No, I don't want to imagine that.
I'd be pissed.
Horrible.
I'd be pissed. Like, fuck. Why, Lord? Why? But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, that is another episode of Cinema Villains.
Cinema Villains.
You can follow us on the Twitters. At Cinema_Villains. You can also follow us on Instagram at Cinema_Villains. You can hit up our link tree on either one of those contents. You can hit up our coffee link, you can hit up our merch store. You can also hit up where you can get Spotify and all those other places where you can download. Hit that. Show us some love.
Yeah, show us some love. Leave a written review on iTunes, and I will 100% read it.
And on Spotify?
Spotify, you can just do a 5-star review.
Yeah, you can just a 5-star review. Like, if you leave us a review, we will read it on air. If you give us a coffee, you get a shout-out. We appreciate you guys. We're going to get out of here to pay some bills. For Jose, I am Shaggith Black. We love you.
Yes, we do.
Take care of yourselves.
Please.
Later.
Peace.